Hi guys, this is Lily, beautiful Lily the Maltese that I'm working on. Today's just her dry bath, so I'm just brushing her out today. And coat conditioner, brush her teeth, give her a nice little pampering, but not the full wash and dry today. And what I wanted to do is share a little thought that I've been, this, I guess something that I've kind of been struggling with, not struggling with, but just kind of going back and forth with in my mind these days. Because a lot of you may know it, but I've raised my prices for new clients. So right now I can't even take any new clients. There's still like 3 or 4 people on the waiting list that I still haven't contacted. But on my website, I put the new price for new clients. Hey, what's up, Shoddy? Shoddy Mac. I like that, Shoddy. But for new clients, when they get on the schedule, hey, what's up, Crystal LaCroix? What's up? It's $275. Oh, and the cool thing is, next Friday, I believe, I have a new client with 2 Maltese, so that's pretty exciting. But anyways, so yeah, even if it's a Maltese like Lily here, right, girl? Oh, look, she's so beautiful. But anyways, even if it's a little Maltese, it's $275 for the first visit. And in my own mind, forget the haters. Never mind what the haters say. Sometimes it resonates because I'm actually struggling with it in my own mind. So when the haters like, oh, I thought it wasn't about the money, it kind of stings and it resonates because I'm like, yeah, it's not about the money. Why am I charging 275 for new clients? And just keep in mind, hey, what's up, Amy? Go Groomers in the house. So keep in mind, I went out of business in Buckhead, my shop in Buckhead. I did the calculations, and I was supposed to charge about $275 for like the big doodles and the poodles and the dogs that were taking me a long time. I had to charge $275, and my clients were willing to pay it at that time. I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to do it because I felt like I was like betraying my art or something, like, oh, it's not about the money, I can't do that. So I went out of business and I thought I did the right thing. But really looking back on it now, I didn't help anyone, especially myself or my family. I went in debt severely. So looking back on it now, I probably didn't make the right decision, but also I would be stuck in that store right now, in that shop all day. So I'm kind of happier that it didn't work out. Hey, what's up, Vicky? But okay, so why does it have to come down to the money? If it's not about the money. Well, for me, it's about value, and I have an experience that I'd like to share that I think will help illustrate what I'm trying to say. My point. When I was in high school, I used to go door to door and sell Christian books to help my parents. So it wasn't such a financial burden for them. I would help by selling Christian books door to door, but I didn't see it that way. I considered myself a literature evangelist. I was witnessing and spreading the gospel door to door, and I was sharing books that changed my life. And I was, encouraging people. I would spend hours sometimes, listening to people, praying with them. I witnessed miracles. I'll tell you about that some other day, but I literally was a witness to miracles. But yeah, so one day I went up to this house, and this gentleman came to the door, and he was obviously successful, and he was obviously a businessman. And he even told me he was. I mean, he was not shy about it. But, anyways, I start into my spiel, hello, my name is June. Hey, what's up, Patty, our favorite groomer? Good morning. So I go into my spiel, hi, my name is June. I'm a Christian student working my way through school. Instead of junk food and trinkets, we decided to provide the homes with something healthy, and we start with the presentation with the cookbook, a healthy cookbook. And I start going into it, asking if he has kids. We have, children's, my friend Jesus, children's Bible stories and stuff like that, moral lessons. And then we go into the heavy stuff, God's Answers. It's like a Bible study guide. The Great Controversy, a book that changed my life. The story about the Great Controversy, the struggle between good and evil. Anyways, the Desire of Ages, the story of Jesus Christ. Anyways, so I was passionate about this, right? And so I go into my spiel, and he just kind of interrupts me. He goes, "I'll give you $5 for 3 of them." And I was like, "Oh no, sir, we accept a donation," and it's part of the speech, but I don't know why they call it donation when we actually had to get $10 for it. But anyways, I was like, we accept a donation of at least $10. Everyone gives us at least $10 for the books. And he was like, "Well, I don't see it. It's not worth $10 to me." He was like, it's worth $5 for 3 of them. I'll take these 3 for $5." And I was like, "I'm sorry, sir, it just doesn't work that way." And I was like, and honestly, for me, it's not even about the money. I was like, I really, if I knew that you valued it and that you were going to read these books, I would just give it to you. We would pray together, and I would just give it to you. And I would even show you some of my favorite passages in the books. And I was like, "But it's not about the money." And he goes, "Well, if it's not about the money," and because I was in high school, I was a freshman, he was like, "Listen, I'm going to teach you about business and sales." He was like, "If it's not about the money, then, why are you even out here?" And he was like, "If it's not about the money, then why not take the $5 for the 3 books?" He was like, "As long as I have the books here in my home, there's always a chance I'll read it, right?" And I told him, "You know what, sir? No, it's not right." And I was like, because I actually gave somebody in the other neighborhood, it's like a low income neighborhood. I was like, I gave somebody a couple of books and I prayed with him because he saw the value in it. He wanted to pay. He even brought out like Folgers coffee containers and started busting out change. And I was like, "Keep it." I was like, "I want to give this to you." And we prayed together. And I was like, so that man valued the books. He saw the value in it, and he wanted to read it, and that's why I gave it to him. It wasn't about the money. But with you don't see the value in it. You even told me you don't see the value in it. And you're probably not going to read it if you don't see the value in it. So I can't give it to you. And I was like, it's not about the money, but at this point, it has to be about the money. And so that's how I feel about my pricing right now as well. It's not about the money. If somebody saw the value in it, like my clients, if something happened and they were having a hard time and they just couldn't do it, it wasn't in their budget at the moment. I actually did that for a client, a few of my clients actually, and they were so grateful. And it actually made me feel even. I did it for me. I didn't do it for them. I did it for how it would make me feel. But anyways, yeah. If some of my clients had a hard time and they told me, June, you know how much I love your service, you know how much I value you, I just can't afford it right now, this is what happened, I would say, forget it. I don't even want the money. I want to help. Let me go and help you. That's what my response would be. But to a new client, to somebody that I don't have an established relationship with, and they say, I don't see that it's worth $275. Great. Let's not waste each other's time. So that's where I'm at, and that's why I just wanted to just kind of explain that and also share that experience of when I was going door to door selling Christian books. I literally would give them away. I would get in trouble because I would spend hours sometimes listening to people and praying with them and giving them some hope and giving them some books to read and showing them some passages that I thought would apply to what they were going through. And I would try to give them hope when I left. And so that's what I literally saw myself as a literature evangelist, not a book salesman. And because if it was just about the money, I would have just worked in the cafeteria, because going door to door and getting rejection, getting doors slammed in your face, getting cussed out, it was hard. It was very hard. It was difficult. Why would I have done that? If just to help my mom and dad with the payments, with the tuition, I could have stayed in the cafeteria. I actually got an award for Employee of the Year in the cafeteria my freshman year there. So I was getting the cafeteria. I was a hard worker. I didn't have to go door to door and get humiliated like that. I did it because I thought I had a higher purpose. I thought I was being called to help people. And so that's why I did it. And I literally witnessed miracles. But one of the miracles is that experience right there, where I learned that you can't just give it away if somebody doesn't value it. If somebody needs it and they value it, they do value it, but they just can't, yes, by all means, help them. But if somebody, that's what I told him. I was like, you can afford it. That man couldn't afford it, but he still wanted to. That's why I gave him the book. You can afford it, but you don't want to. You can pay for it, but you don't see the value in it. That's why I can't give you the book. You see what I'm saying? Let's see here. Oh, everyone's saying hi to everybody. Okay. Daisy like the flowers here. Crystal says, I have always had a hard time pricing my artwork. Asking too little, and I felt like I was selling myself short, literally, and asking too much, and I felt like I was ripping people off. Exactly, exactly. We don't charge enough and we go home crying because we're sad we don't have any food to eat. But then we charge too much and we go home crying because we're sad we think that we've ripped off the customer. You know, the tortured artist. Rebecca, well, Rebecca Sosa. What's up, Rebecca? David T is here. Oh, wow, great message. Thank you, Amy. Steel Texas go, just tuned in. Did I stumble across Confucius? No, but Confucius did say, lady who flies upside down in a plane has big crack up. Anyways, Crystal LaCroix, just because someone doesn't want to pay for something doesn't mean they can't see the value in it. Money does not equal real value. No, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, what I'm saying is that if they can afford it, but they don't want to, if they have the money and they can purchase it, they're able to, but they're not willing to, then I don't want to give it to them. But if they won't really see the value in it, but it's just not, they're not able to, then yes, I will give them. Okay, Steel Texas Scout, do not throw your pearls before swine. Exactly. Don't give yourself your talents, your gifts, don't give it to people who don't value it. Why? Good morning, June and Daisy. I'm a Christian too. I love your heart. Oh, here's the thing. I may offend some people. I may lose some subscribers right now, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm not a Christian. I grew up Christian. I do not disagree with the Christian faith. I just don't like labeling myself anymore. And when I was going door to door, the school that I went to, the Christian school, it was the Seventh-day Adventist. You know, that was a denomination that I was in, the Seventh-day Adventist. I went to church on Saturdays. But I don't consider myself a Seventh-day Adventist. I don't consider myself a Christian. I consider myself a member of the human race. And I just feel like we're all in this together, you know. And let's not divide ourselves with religion and sex and denominations and say, oh, well, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist and you're a Baptist, so we really can't get along. You go to church on Sundays, you're a Sunday worshiper. I'm a Saturday worshiper. You know, I worship Jehovah, the true God. You worship Allah, the fake God. You know, like, you worship Krishna. You worship Buddha. You know, like, you worship money. You know, like, I mean, let's not divide ourselves. Let's just say, hey, we're all on this rock together. Our favorite group, Patty, exactly. If they truly, really see the value, in it, they would not hesitate to pay what is asked when they can afford it. Exactly, when they can afford it. That's what I want to make it clear. When they can afford it, they're able to, but not willing to. You know, that's when I feel like they don't see the value in it, and so I can't offer it for free. I can't give it to them. But if something happened, let's say a car accident, something, they're out of work, their income stream has now been cut off, but their dog is used to me, and I love their dog, and I have this relationship. They see the value in it, but they cannot pay. I'm gonna keep coming for free. I'm not gonna expect payment. And I'm gonna do it because I love it. You know, and I can do that now because I'm rich. I'm rich. My bank account just doesn't reflect it yet. I always tell people, you know how banks work. It's a little slow. When you're transferring large amounts like that, millions, it's gonna take a while. There's a hold on it for several years. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I mean, yeah, when you're rich like I am, you can do that. You know, you can work for free if you want. But yeah, I'm not gonna work for free for someone who doesn't see the value in it. So I hope that was clear. Wow, June, that honesty is a true testimony to who you are, a genuine person. You are my, oh, thank you so much, Amy. Thank you, David T. And I want to adopt your whole family. Your whole family, Amy, is just beautiful. David T. The Baptist church I go to is big on reminding to be kind to all, regardless of their faith and acceptance. Exactly, exactly. It's like like let's just say I meet someone, we're having a great conversation, we're having a great time, and then all of a sudden my opinion of them changes because I find out they're Buddhist, or they're Jewish. Now all of a sudden we had this great conversation, but that doesn't matter. This person all of a sudden is different to me because of who they were, what they believe, their faith. I don't know. There's something about that doesn't sit well with me. I want to I want to say, oh, you're Buddhist, really? Tell me more. I'm fascinated. Oh, you're Jewish? Wow, I don't really know a lot about the Jewish faith. Can you tell me more? You know, let's be interested in each other. Let's try to understand one another and understand our differences. Instead of disagreeing, we can try to be clear on what makes people different. Anyways, I'm rambling. I gotta go. I'll see you guys.